Hey everyone, welcome to Froggy Stonks. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. I don't know how to say this in a nice way, but I'm absolutely fucking tired of people DMing me and tagging me in random other stock plays that have nothing to do with AMC or GameStop. Mullen, Ader, BlackBerry, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. I'm here for AMC and GameStop. In that, there are 4 plays that I see that can be part of this movement. GameStop, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Hycroft Mines. What in the hell is this community doing? If you're going to go make your own plays, go make your own plays. Invest how you want. We're all individual investors. I'm not in charge of that. I'm not going to judge you for it. But I'll tell you right now, the definition of ape went off track a long fucking time ago. And everybody wants to know why we're sitting at $15.50, why we're sitting at these $120 prices on GameStop. It's because you're all out there playing different fucking get-rich-quick scam plays and blowing your money up in the options chain. We're sitting exactly where I said we would sit today, below $15.50 on AMC. That's not even Max Payne. Max Payne is $16.50. $15.50 on AMC is loaded up with over however many, it's a large position of 3,000 or 4,000 open interest on the $15.50 calls. The market maker came in, has blown out every call from $24 down to $15.50 today, and the same with Hycroft. Hycroft, the last big portion of calls for Hycroft was on the $1.50 line, and now we're barcoding below that. Trey came out and made a video about playing options and do puts and hedge against your position on AMC. Guess what? That's betting on the downside of AMC. If you're selling covered calls and you're making money on it, you're betting on the downside of AMC. What in the fuck is everybody doing? We got to where we were at $71 because of deep in the money calls, which work with the buy and hodl plan. Everything else we're doing during this market crash, when we're finally seeing these hedge fund punks go to jail, get caught in the Virgin Islands, Deutsche Bank is under investigation for money laundering, and we're out playing Mullen. Mullen doesn't even have a video of a car driving under its own power with a person in it yet. Reminds me a lot of Nikola. Fuck. I'm so pissed off today. If this community is going to be what we started as, and we're going to support these companies, we're doing it wrong now. We went to other plays. Everyone's an options expert now, making all these side plays, blowing their premiums out. You guys, market makers like Citadel, Susquehanna, and Virtue know you're playing the options chain. They want you to play the options chain because they're going to steal your premiums. That's why Ken Griffin pays billions of dollars out to retail brokers to steal your premiums. And they use it to knock the price of AMC down below Max Payne every Friday. It's the liquidity drain that Adam Aaron talked about on Hycroft Mines. That's what it is. DWAC. When DWAC became a spec for Truth Social, it ran to $175. And you know why it did? Because it didn't have an options chain. Then Trey came out with a video today specifically talking about how the big 3 manipulate retail to take the money out of the options chain. We went from Roaring Kitty, red headbands, buy and hodl, Wall Street bets, buy and hodl, untouchable community to this diluted piece of shit. What are we doing? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. We're below Max Payne on both stocks today. I don't know what Max Payne for GameStop is, but I'm guessing it's below Max Payne. I didn't check the options chain on that. I don't see any AMC tweets in Twitter anymore, and they say it's because of the algos. I don't know. I think it's because people are too busy tweeting about Mullen and Ader and all these other dumpster fires that they're playing because they have high short interest. High short interest does not make a squeeze play. You have to have the community and the fundamentals of the company being able to do better later on to fix this. The past squeeze plays like VW had very significant circumstances, but they didn't have the community behind it like we did on these plays. And the market makers and the big hedge funds and banks didn't have the information they do today. You can't just win out on a squeeze play because everybody dumped a bunch of long-term call options and bought stock now. You have to have the company with base fundamentals showing that they're going to improve. These guys know what they're doing. Now, we've drained them of their liquidity all the way up to this point. Citadel, Melvin's going out of business. Archegos blew up. People are getting arrested. We are at the finish line, and people are leaving the play. It's insane. It's crazy. If you're in AMC and you're buying Hycroft, I consider that an amazing investment. Because if Hycroft goes to $10 a share, AMC makes $400 million. They put it on the books. Hycroft squeeze, AMC squeeze. Just like Trey's other video about the basket theory. GME, AMC, Hycroft, Bed Bath & Beyond. Basket theory, one causes the other to squeeze. GameStop, dividend coming up. Share offering dividend. That could cause everything to pop immediately. AMC. Big blockbuster movie year. Plus, NFTs kicked back up today if you guys didn't see that. Some guy bought 8 I Own AMC NFTs on Wax today for over $27. Somebody bought one for $238 the other day, prior to. Then they had that contest of whatever it was today, the AMC, they were selling gift cards and you get a Crypto Dogs NFT or something. Or Crypto Cats, whatever it was. Sold out immediately. We've got the trend that the AMC banana bond that I talked about a long time ago. AMC sells NFTs, rarity 1 through 5, $5 through $500 to the open market that say in the contract language, any cash made from this NFT sale will go directly to paying off restrictive debts, which is the Silver Lake 2026 note that restricts them from issuing a dividend. If you're making money on the side and you're doing other plays, good for you. But when you're doing it and you're tweeting about it and you're gloating about it and you're telling everybody how much money you're making on these other plays, and we're supposed to be buying and holding AMC, you're diluting the movement. It's so frustrating how many DMs I get. Are you in Mullen? Are you in Ader? Are you doing this? I don't fucking care about Mullen and Ader. I care about AMC and Hycroft and GameStop. Every single time these YouTubers come on that have their paid subs and their paid channels, they come out, play this play AMC for life, man. And then all of a sudden, they got $500 super chats and $20 paid discords and 16 cents a month this and 17. And they're taking money from you that you should be putting into the freaking shares, man. I challenge all YouTubers out there right now that are making money off this community to shut down your paid subs for 1 month. If you're really an ape, shut down your paid sub for 1 month. And I also challenge everybody else in the community to prove me wrong on no options May. No options on AMC, GME, Hycroft, or if Bed Bath & Beyond even has them. No options. Don't give the market makers that liquidity. Don't give Citadel the crystal freaking ball that they use to front run your trades. Dave Lauer just posted about it yesterday. Same exact thing I've been talking about. We went from AMC ideas, AMC going to the movies, AMC buying HODL, to, hey man, I'm going to put on Ader today. And Paul, I'm sorry I'm swearing so much, guys. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed after this morning. We're sitting right where I said on the options chain. We're sitting right where I said on the price movement. It's a rigged game. We know it. The only way to win is to take the advantage away from the market makers that are stealing our money. That's by buying and holding. That's by going to the movie theater and GameStop and buying the product. And that's by these companies coming out and, in my opinion, selling NFTs to the open market and retail investors. That cash gets infused directly into the company and cannot be drained off by liquidity grabs in the stock market. Now, I'm telling you, in my personal opinion, there's a market crash coming. This has been a slow bleed to control the market down to a certain point to protect social statuses of politicians and big bankers and people like Ken Griffin. I think November midterms are going to come. The election's going to be over. The market is going to dump. The IWM is going to go back to 166. The Dow Jones is going to go back to 30,000. We're all going to be sitting here with this situation on hand, which if it does, I'm holding my current position that I have. I'm not selling anything, but I'm putting money away to buy this market crash. Bet the freaking farm on AMC and Highcraft when it happens. The shit is getting real, you guys. We're so close to doing this thing. When we were at $45, we had the STO dividend idea that got blown out. Whatever. Adam Aaron couldn't do it. He probably had people coming at him from the debt covenant side. Totally understandable. That's what that was part of. But then after that, everybody who discredited that idea was talking about making other plays and options and doing this and that. And then they come out and supported the freaking idea 4 months later. Holy fucking shit. This entire community has become diluted over multiple other plays that have nothing to do with the original concept of being an ape. Everybody is now part of the system that we were fighting. The people out there doing their spy puts, making their side bets on Mullen and Ader, that you are playing into the hands of these market makers. They want you to go out and make these other plays to dilute the liquidity over the market so it draws the pressure back on AMC and GME and they can come in and slap the piss out of everybody that's still loyal to it. So in closing, I hope Adam Aaron takes this NFT idea and runs with it and has the board vote on it. I'm going to pull it up in my tweet real quick so everybody can just see the basic concept idea. Here it is. Rarity, AMC Banana Bond. If you support AMC Theaters selling an NFT to directly pay down company debt, retweet. AMC Banana Bond hashtag. Rarity, 1 through 5. Cost, 5 to 500. You can buy as many as you want or as little as you want or none at all. Right? So there's no downside to this. Utility, in the NFT that you buy, per your rarity, you get a certain number of drawing attempts. And they will draw. They could do utility in the form of gift cards, whatever, everything you want, whatever, popcorn deals, whatever. Or they could do random drawings for red carpet events to movie premieres. It'll end the share dilution, close restrictive debt, and generate yearly royalties as they're resold. Z Werewolf, I'm sorry, but buy and hodl for us has not changed, but a lot of other people in the community from what I've seen this past month has. A lot of people making side puts. Buy and hodl is the only thing the market makers can't take away from us. They can't. They can't play any up or downside on it because if you don't sell, you don't lose. If you play your options on Highcroft and AMC and GameStop, they're going to rob your premiums every week. Unless you're playing deep in the money, out a long way, like a leap. Say I would say a Highcroft 2024 January call, if they hit full scale operation next year, would probably pay out pretty freaking well. But in that, no matter what you do, even if it sounds bullish, you're still contributing to payment for order flow, no matter what options you play. The market makers have a deal with the brokers where they pay the brokers for the order flow. Yeah, Dre00, he came around on the other side of the NFT idea later on, but it's just like the other day when we had the politician in talking about the Illinois Senate race. One guy was so worried about legalization of weed federally that we went off topic from fighting market corruption. Yeah, Z Werewolf, they're not going to be like major catalysts, but the fundamental improvement of AMC is one of the most important factors that we're going to have to lure in big whale investors. And I think we're getting there. I think AMC is becoming very fundamentally better. The short thesis that was originally targeted towards AMC has been blown out of the water, and they're gone. They said streaming was going to live as king. AMC was going out of business because nobody wants to go to the movies. We've proved them wrong. We proved that the hedge funds are absolutely 100% corrupt, and now there's people going to jail. We are right, but it's like when I was in the Army and we were doing our final ruck march in basic training. So many people wanted to quit right at the last hill because they didn't know what was over the hill. They thought it was just going to go on forever. They quit at the last hill, sat down, I can't do it, booted out of boot camp in disgrace, fucked with for the rest of the 7 months or whatever we had, and over that last hill was the finish line in graduation. We are so close. What would it take for all the AMC apes to finally come back together, buy the stock, hold it, stop playing options, and giving Citadel exactly what they need, which is a crystal ball in the form of payment for order flow, which is illegal in Germany, the UK, Canada, and Australia. And then to team up around politicians this year that are willing to go after Ken Griffin. Don't worry about weed. Don't worry about abortion. Worry about fixing the freaking market and the corrupt financial system, which will lead to a correction over 90% of all other fraud and problems we're facing in the world today. It's so simple. January 28th, fraud. March 29th, fraud. A $34 run immediately taken back down. And in my opinion, that was probably Melvin closing out their IWM shorts. Melvin closed out their shorts. Citadel bought the short position back up. 2 weeks later, Melvin announces that they're folding. Man. The Wall Street Bets guys, they're off doing their thing. The AMC community is off doing random other shit. We're all worried. Elon buying Twitter is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I hope he fixes it because we're being suppressed on Twitter. But that's all I've seen in my feed this week is Elon Musk, block Gasparino, and all this other shit. And I'm not seeing any AMC hashtags. Not like we used to. Derek LaFleur, buy and hodl. That's it. That was always the plan. I can remember months ago when people were saying don't play options on AMC, then months later, play options while we wait on the MOAS narrative. Exactly. And it's all coming from these big-time influencer YouTubers who are getting paid for their channel, paid for Super Chat, paid for Discord subs, taking money out of the community to put in their pockets instead of you buying shares. We went from a grassroots movement to everybody starting a online stock business. Man. Fuck. Take a drink of coffee real quick. This is my plan personally, and I'm not telling anybody to do this. This is what I'm doing. I have my shares of AMC. I have my shares of Highcroft. I'm not selling anything. I'm not going to be buying any more AMC for the time being unless I see it below 1510. I'm going to put cash away to try to snag this massive dip that's coming up in this market crash that I foresee coming. This is why I want Adam Aaron to sell NFTs. Because we have been buying AMC stock relentlessly across the board for over a year and the price has gone down. That's because market makers got everybody out playing options, selling shares, selling covered calls, stealing premiums, and people distracted with these other plays. It's absolutely ridiculous. Adam Aaron come out and announced that we owned over 90% of the float. More than likely, we owned 100% of the float. I'm curious to see what that number is now. What stock, what company does retail own 100% of the float and is below $20 a share? Please tell me. If I see my buy target, I'm going to buy. If I don't, I'm not, and I'm going to put that cash in an account to try to snag this market dip that I think is coming up because the IWM is going to tumble. There was too much money pushed into the market because of bad stimulus practices from the government from 2020 crash up to the top of the market, which we just came down from a couple months ago. Too many companies like Carvana and all these other companies that got started, that Archegos and all these other fraudulent funds inflated the price of to try to get retail in, and now they're crashing. Carvana went from 333 to 60. Facebook's taking a dump. Netflix taking a dump because memberships are down. Nobody cares about streaming anymore. We're bored of being in the house. People are going to the movies. People are going to restaurants. Capitalize now on people going to the movie theaters, buy the popcorn, buy AMC A-list memberships, support the movies. But Adam Aaron has to come out and do something that we can inject money into the company legally as a product sale besides a share dilution. Because if they do it again, the liquidity is just going to be drained off from the company through corrupt market practices from Citadel and Susquehanna. Don't forget that Highcroft, he's in on Highcroft because they identified the company was being completely naked shorted and beaten down by a liquidity drain. And not to mention, White Box Advisors sold 91% of their position right before the AMC Sprott deal was announced. White Box Advisors is short AMC with Citadel and Susquehanna. They're all in it together and we can win. But people have to reconsolidate on an individual basis on your own decision back into GME and AMC right before big catalysts are about to drop in May and June. The price of gold is about to go flying through the freaking roof. It's being suppressed right now, so all these banks and market makers and hedge fund managers can buy as much as they can to hedge at the low price. Gold is in a massive cup and handle over a period of 10 years, and silver is in a massive bull flag. Go check the monthly charts. Can't wait for MOAS, so all these greedy super chat exploiters will be gone. Dude, if that's your thing and you're making money, good for you, but playing off of the ape community is ridiculous at this point. You might have started out with good intentions, but as soon as you started taking money and you were more worried about likes and follows and the content you make, instead of doing the support for the community and the original play, you're gone, man. It's freaking crazy. Most widely held stock across the market, yet somehow it seems the price keeps retreating. It's bullshit. We won already, only a matter of time, TikTok. And I agree with that. But people got to they got to get their shit back together, man. We got to get out of all these other plays individually on an individual basis and reconsolidate retail. The main goal of the hedge funds and all the shills like Lord Fudd, these fuckboys, and Amy on Twitter and all these other plays this week is that they wanted to dilute retail over a broad spectrum. They wanted your money over all these other plays and playing puts and playing options. If you're playing options, you're funding Citadel. Guaranteed. Even if you made money, there's not enough people making money that it's hurting Citadel. They're seeing who's on what side and then they're playing those sides appropriately. There should not be a dilution of shares until there's a share count. And I agree with that. And the way to get Adam Aaron and AMC the money they need to pay down the restrictive debts so they can do new business practices and dividends is doing an AMC #AMC Banana Bond NFT sale, 1 through 5 rarity, $5 through $500 price with a little bit of utility on the side with contract language in it saying that money is going directly to paying down AMC debt from day one of issuance all the way out until the end of eternity, because they'll be making royalties off the resale of those. It'll be huge. If all 4 million AMC investors, which is probably more than that, bought a $50 NFT, that's $200 million into AMC within a month. That's a revenue stream. It's huge. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Let me read a couple more comments. Johnsontown, is Sprott more likely to take action? Recommended dividend? Yes, that's why they're in. Why I think Sprott, AMC, and Mudrick are all on Highcroft, because now they're investors instead of CEOs, right? If you're a CEO of a company, you can have massive conflicts of interest trying to squeeze your company stock out, right? So instead of that, they're going to squeeze Hycroft because they're actually just investors or representing investors through the sub of their original shell company or their original company like AMC. So they're representing us. So they have more rights to go and complain about what's going on. G. Kelly, I hear you, bro. Time to focus in on the task like a laser. Yes, that's what the... Laser eyes! What happened to laser eyes? What the fuck happened to everybody, man? Oh. There's still people thinking DWAC is going to squeeze. I like DWAC, I like True Social, but dude, it's still a SPAC. It's my final words. If everybody in the community individually is retail investors without any type of coercion from any type of anybody else on the outside, you're doing it by yourself, gets back into AMC, buys and hodls, plans for the market crash, stops playing the damn options, the price is going to go up. Same thing with HYMC, same thing with GameStop. Oh, I'm sorry you got banned from Twitter, Z-Ware. If you got a new account on Twitter, just DM me and let me know what it is. Buy and hodl, no options may. Adam Aaron sells an NFT to generate cash to pay down company debt to get rid of the restricted covenant for issuing dividends. Watch the price of gold. I'm buying and hodl on Hycroft so they have the money to get up to full-scale commercial operations, which Dr. Diane Garrett has already done successfully with another mine. Price of gold goes over $2,500. Hycroft's producing a mass amount of gold and silver. Silver goes over $40. They start selling, making a huge profit. Share price goes $10 to $13 a share. AMC makes $400 million off of that. If they decide later on to exercise the $10 and $40 warrants, we go even higher. AMC pays off debt. Adam Aaron did an NFT sale. AMC Banana Bond makes $300 million on that, pays off more debt. Retail popcorn hits the shelves, perfectly popped on every grocery store shelves. We buy it all out. They do QR code scans for prizes off the boxes of popcorn, and everybody goes to the freaking movies and blows the box office out of the water this year. That's what's got to happen. If it's now. Hedge funds and banks are at their weakest right now. We're at our strongest, and we're losing focus. Everybody removed their laser eyes over a period of a month, it seems like. I'm going to make my new profile picture with Jack Tit laser eyes. Will GME SPLOC dividend affect us? Absolutely. Basket theory, which is one thing I agree with Trey on. If one stock in the true ape stock squeezes, it will affect the other. Abso-freaking-lutely. GME getting blown out will crush the shorts, which will force them to cover, creating margin call issues on their other plays. And or they'll have to cover their AMC shorts to afford their GME margin calls. So that's it, guys. I know I've been ranting for a while. I had to get that frustration out. Gold is the way. Silver is the way. Popcorn is the way. Video games is the way. I don't own any GameStop stock. But I go to GameStop every freaking week with my kid at the mall. This is my grocery bag. So I get my reward points for my fuel points at Smith's. I carry this around everywhere in Smith's, and everybody's like, oh, cool GameStop bag, man. The GameStop versus AMC bullshit needs to stop too. There's plenty of money between the two communities if they're focused in on the true play. The true play is crushing the shorts, crushing Citadel, crushing the hedge funds that have been illegally manipulating markets for years, stealing money, stealing your 401ks through bad market practices since 2008. They don't produce anything. They just leech money out of the U.S. economy and send it overseas into some fund in the Cayman Islands. So that's it. That's all I got. You guys have a good day. I really hope I'm wrong on Hycroft and AMC for the options chain today. I don't think it's going to close over $15.50 for AMC, $1.50 for Hycroft. Monday, Tuesday, we'll see a little pop on the backside of the calls getting blown out on Friday, because now the market makers have to reset their play to play the upside so they can make money, sell to play the downside again on the next options thing. You guys freaking rock, man. Everybody in here, please spread the word, share this video, get it out there. I'm not personally going after anybody on YouTube or whatever, but what I'm saying is the freaking truth, and they know it, man. Right on. Froggy Stomp.